Have you ever wondered why you keep returning to someone who hurts you? Why you feel drawn to them, even when you know it's painful? It's not just weakness. It's not just bad decisions. It's deeper. It's called attachment. Today, we're diving into attachment theory to understand why we stay where we're hurt and how to finally break free. Attachment theory was originally developed by psychologist John Bowlby and later applied to adult relationships. The core idea is that, from infancy, we form emotional bonds with our caregivers. These early bonds shape our expectations for all future relationships. As we grow up, these internal working models carry forward. They influenced how we view love, safety, trust, and even pain. In adulthood, we often unconsciously repeat the same patterns. How close we allow people to get, how much we fear abandonment, or how much we suppress our own vulnerability. Psychologists generally describe 4 main attachment styles. In adult relationships, secure, which is comfortable with both intimacy and independence. Anxious, which craves closeness and fears abandonment. Avoidant, which is emotionally distant and uncomfortable with vulnerability. And fearful avoidant, which is a chaotic mix of wanting connection and fearing it. It's these insecure styles, anxious, avoidant, and fearful, that often lead us to stay in painful relationships. For example, someone with an anxious attachment style might stay simply because they're terrified of being alone. Someone with an avoidant style might push others away, but secretly feel wounded when that closeness is threatened. So why do we stay, even when the relationship is clearly painful? There are a few key psychological reasons. First, there's trauma bonding. This is a cycle of hurt, followed by occasional kindness. That little honeymoon period that keeps hope alive. Then there's low self-esteem. If deep down we believe we're not worthy of better, we'll tolerate mistreatment and cling to any ounce of affection we can get. Our brains also prefer what is known, even if that known thing is painful. The unknown feels much riskier. To deal with the conflict of loving someone who hurts us, we might engage in cognitive dissonance, telling ourselves things like, "I deserved this," or "I made it worse," just to make sense of the pain. And finally, there's emotional dependency and the fear of loneliness. We fear being alone more than we fear staying hurt, believing we can't find anything better. Let me share a story that might sound familiar. Sophie was in a long relationship where her partner would alternate between intense affection and cold, punishing silence. Every time they had a conflict, he'd pull away for days. Then, he'd return with apologies, gifts, and declarations of love. Sophie felt tortured, yet she always held on to hope. She would often say, "I know he hurts me, but I love him. What if he changes?" What Sophie was experiencing is a classic example of attachment wound dynamics. Her fear of abandonment pushed her to stay. The intermittent kindness reinforced her hope, and her own self-blame kept her from leaving. Sophie needed to see that the issue was about him. Changing it was about her internal patterns that needed healing. So, how do you begin to heal and stop staying where you're hurt? Here are some actionable steps. First, gain awareness and acknowledge your attachment style. Simply naming the pattern when you feel stuck is a powerful first step. Second, set boundaries. You can allow connection without accepting mistreatment. Clear lines are essential for your well-being. Third, seek emotional support. Working with a therapist, counselor, or even a trusted friend can help you rewire your internal model of relationships. Fourth, practice self-compassion and inner work. Journaling, reflecting, and meditating can help heal the parts of you that feel unworthy. Finally, practice secure behaviors in safe spaces. As you begin to act more securely, you reinforce a new, healthier pattern for your brain to follow. Healing doesn't mean tolerating bad treatment. Healing means raising your standard for what you deserve. You can forgive, but that doesn't mean you have to forget the lesson. You can hope for the best in people, but not depend entirely on them for your happiness. Remember, your value is not tied to someone else's behavior. You deserve safe connection. You deserve love without constant pain. As you heal, you will naturally start to attract people who match your new, healthier pattern, people who are safe, steady, and willing to reciprocate your love. So, the next time you find yourself wondering why you stayed in a painful situation, ask yourself, Which attachment wound am I feeding? You have the power to break the pattern. You can rewrite your love story, because the pain doesn't define your growth does. Thank you for watching. In the comments, I'd love to hear which attachment style resonates with you the most. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights on psychology, behavior, and personal transformation.